You already know the rules. When you come in my house, take off your shoes and super violate that like button. Shall we begin? Shall we begin?
Anybody murders something in the Capitol, capital punishment, capital punishment. If somebody kills somebody in the Capitol, Washington, D.C., we're going to be seeking the death penalty. And that's a very strong preventative. And everybody that's heard it agrees with it. I don't know if we're ready for it in this country, but where you have it, it is, we have no choice. So in D.C. and Washington, states are going to have to make their own decision. But if somebody kills somebody, like you could have been killed, very lucky you didn't get killed, it's the death penalty, okay?
Now, it's three things that we got to worry about with Donald Trump. First and foremost, in the capital of Washington, D.C., you commit a capital crime, you get the capital punishment. When I got to put that in subtitles or something, Donald Trump says if you turn somebody else's TV off, he's going to have the courts turn your TV off. Yeah. So if you think dudes is telling on crimes before, what do you think going to happen when this law comes into play? When you commit a crime of capital murder, Donald Trump says he is going to punish you with the death penalty for those of y'all that's slow. Just another reason to get out of the streets. 1. 2.
Your mind up on Chicago, though?
Well, we're going in. I didn't say when, we're going in. When you lose, look, I have an obligation. This isn't a political thing. I have an obligation. When we lose, when 20 people are killed over the last 2.5 weeks and 75 are shot with bullets. So let me tell you a little story about a place called D.C., District of Columbia, right here where we are. It's now a safe zone. We have no crime. It's in such great shape. You can go and actually walk with your children, your wife, your husband. You can walk right down the middle of the street. You're not going to be shot, Peter. You're safe. Everyone likes you anyway. They probably wouldn't do it. But it's so dangerous. And there are people in this audience that you've suffered greatly. There are people in this audience that have been mugged and hurt badly, and they don't want to talk about it. Maybe you were very brave in talking about it. You made quite an impression on a lot of people. I appreciate it. But there were other people in this room that have been hurt very badly just walking down the street in D.C. Washington, D.C. is a safe zone right now. It's a safe city. The restaurants are open. They're booming. You can't get a restaurant. New restaurants are announcing that they're going to be open. This took place in 12 days. Now it's 15 days, but 3 days ago it became what's known as a safe zone. It's a safe city. And this city was really bad. Really, really bad. We took 1,600 people out, hardcore criminals that will not be coming back anytime soon. And we're very proud of it. You know, to have our nation's capital lose every week. You know, it was like years, many years, where every single week somebody was killed for many consecutive weeks. This went on for years. And then we had, last week it was announced that nobody was killed last week. And I made that announcement in front of a very distinguished leader of a country. And I'm saying proudly, ladies and gentlemen, nobody was killed in Washington, D.C. this week. He looked at me like, what's that all about? I say, yeah, we have a little bit of a crime problem, and we don't have a crime problem in Washington anymore. And the mayor has been very helpful, and the police commission has been very helpful, and it's been a great team. And I would love to have Governor Pritzker call me. I'd gain respect for him and say, we do have a problem, and we'd love you to send in the troops, because you know what? The people, they have to be protected. I saw it today on one of your networks, not a friendly network, really the opposite, I would say, very unfriendly network. And they interviewed about 12 people on this morning. Most of them were African American, they were black. And they were saying, please, please, please let the president send in. These were people from Chicago. Please, we need help. We need help. We can't walk outside. We're petrified. If the governor of Illinois would call me up, I would love to do it. Now, we're going to do it anyway. We have the right to do it because I have an obligation to protect this country.
He has enacted the military, the FBI, the DEA, the CIA, and every other police department in America. Is that not enough for you to get out of the streets? On top of the fact that he's revoking, if you don't have the cash, those cash-free bails, R&R, he's trying to remove that. If you don't have the cash to get out of jail, which you don't, because only 1% of the population is rich. Everybody else is struggling. So if you can't come up with that bail money, you ain't making the bail. And anybody that's been to the penitentiary, we already know that it's easier to beat a case from the street than from the jails. On top of the fact that, let me break something down to y'all, right? And I'm not going to put everything in this video. I have to save some things so we can discuss in a live. But do y'all understand that when the military is enacted and they come through your neighborhoods doing surveillance, do you understand that the technology that the military is using to capture you is 10 times greater than the regular police? This is the military. Their technology is 10 times greater. So when you think you standing outside and they can't see through your clothes with those machines that they have inside those cars that they're patrolling your neighborhood with, you think that your weapon is concealed? They can see through your clothes. They can see through your house, through the Wi-Fi. It's safe to say it ain't safe outside. Our only choice shouldn't be the penitentiary or early grave. That should not be our choice, on top of the fact that, I'm going to say this, right? Let me say this. It is embarrassing that you have galactic, what they call the aliens. You got galactic people watching us make a fool out of ourselves. We got the United Nations watching us making a fool out of ourselves. We got the ancestors on the other side in the afterlife watching us make fools out of ourselves. Why do we have to be the face of crime? Why are we making ourselves the face of evil? I mean, don't get me wrong. I know that there's more people on this earth that's more evil than us as a people, and their crimes get hidden. But yet and still, we shouldn't base our foundation of who we are based off of what other people do. It's time to clean house. In today's time, I shouldn't have to look over my shoulder for you. I already taught my children not to harm your children. Did you teach your children not to harm my children? I mean, it's safe to say it ain't safe outside. A lot of people have mixed feelings about what Donald Trump is doing. Some parents, they're crying and they're begging for Trump to bring the soldiers in. And then others, well, we definitely going to do a live on this topic. Y'all stay tuned. Hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button, and pay attention to your circle before they hurt you. because they smile in your face. All the while they want to take your place. The backstabbers. Live life as if you want to run and stay dangerous at the same time. It's safe to say it ain't safe outside. Stay in the house. I'm out.